So this is the BMW X6m Competition. Now it has a 4.4 litre twin turbo V8 formulated in a hot V, which I'm going to show you. Basically it shares the same platform as an M5. So this car's 0 to 62 is 3.8 seconds, which for such a big car is actually really impressive. It weighs just over 2,200 kilos. So it's a big boy. This car is incredibly clever and it handles incredibly well. It's got the active roll stabilization, which is basically electric motors that enable it to handle better. And when it's so high up, like, I mean, I'm 5 foot and a bit, it's really high up, but it actually goes into corners and roundabouts and everything really nicely. It doesn't feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna tip or I'm gonna roll. It does a good job, but that's also a lot down to how much bracing is within the engine bay, and just they've done a lot to enable the handling to actually be spot on. And I first got into this car and thought, oh my god, the size of it is so big, it's intimidating, but you soon get to grips with it, that it's actually really nice to drive. And whilst on the subject of handling, this has the MX drive, which means it has an active M diff, so for taking all your corners and roundabouts, and although it sounds really weird, taking it on track, you know, it is an M derivative, so okay. Along with the M diff, it has the active M suspension. These are the M specific kidney grills, which look menacing on the front end. M carbon mirror caps, which, who does not love a bit of carbon? Carbon spoiler, which is a very CS-esque. 580 litre boat, plenty of space, and then very nice. So a pretty cool feature, which is quite rare these days. No fake tips, like the exhaust is actually the same size. So in comparison to a standard X6m, which is not available in the UK, we get only the Competition, you get a nice sounding sports exhaust, although 20 plate, so OPF, so maybe not quite as nice sounding, but still sounds good. 22-inch comp wheels on the back, and then 21s on the front. V setup for the 4.4 litre twin turbo V8 that I told you about earlier, and this is all the extra bracing that has been put in place to help make this more enjoyable and handle better, and it does a good job. So let's take a look inside. So the M multifunctional seats finished in full merino leather, and this is Sakir orange. And you get the illuminated X6m logo, which is just a snazzy little feature, which just looks really nice. Then obviously get this honeycomb effect in the centre, and it's finished also here on the door. Massage seats. This is a wonderful feature. It's very clever. So it's finished in carbon, which just makes it look amazing, to be honest. Steering wheel's a really nice feel. It's just simple, heated, the usual controls for phone, music, etc. Speed limiter and cruise control. So this is the M specific instrument cluster, which is fully digital, which basically provides you with all your relevant information. So let's go through the modes on this one. So have road, sport and track. Now obviously I've got it in road because it just adapts to everything sort of calmly, but one press, it goes into sport, and if you hold it down, it goes into track. So if you do activate track, this shuts off, and this just displays you your essentials. So you've got your revs, you've got your speed, you've got the gearing, you've got your tyre pressures, and which settings you've got set for the chassis, the steering, and all the rest of it. You also, can you see, you get your revs and your speed on the heads-up display as well. So it's just your bare essentials. To road, and we go into the setup. So you can select to have the engine in sport, so your chassis in comfort, steering's in comfort, brakes in comfort. Oh, that's the lovely hand gesture being picked up there. Or you can set it to Sport Plus. Now, to activate MX Drive, you need to have the traction off. MX Drive allows you to have the M-specific tech, which combines the agility of a rear-wheel drive with the control of an all-wheel drive. And then, you know, it's kind of the best of both worlds, really. But, yeah. I've had the X6m for a few days now. I've grown to love it. I got in it, I was a little bit intimidated due to the size of it, but once you get your seating position right, and you can get a rough idea of where everything is, and thankfully, because of the amount of amazing technology in it, such as the front camera, the rear camera, the side cameras, amazing, it all becomes quite easy, really. I still don't completely understand as to who and why we have performance SUVs, because like I've shown you, this has a track mode. Now you'd sort of think if you're going to put something on track, it's going to be an M3 and M4, but I guess if you want to have your big daily beastie 4x4 SUV that has amazing presence on the road, that's for sure with this. But you also, you know, you want the option to take it to track, then this is it. This is it. I have enjoyed driving it. It can manage normal roads. I sort of took it to a bit of a country park where you saw the way that it handles that. That was actually really comfortable. I was waiting for it to be like, oh my god, my back. But again, if your back does start aching for any reason, you have the massage seats as an option. On the road price starts at £113,000, the same as a house up north. But you can't drive your house, so I would have one, and I think if you are in the market for a performance SUV, this is definitely one to check out. And surprisingly, it's been quite good on fuel. For a big old V8, it's not been too bad. But yeah, I have enjoyed it because it is lovely. It is. The only issue I've had is this pillar right next to me. Trying to look at junctions from it, you really have to sit forward, because it's quite a chunky pillar. But this is me being extra picky, because otherwise I haven't really found anything to fault. Obviously the rear end is a very controversial topic, but you know, that's aesthetics. Driving wise, road noise, another one. It's a little bit loud on the road noise front, but again, we're being super picky. But yeah, definitely if you're in the market for a performance SUV, check out the X6m Competition. As always, a massive thank you to BMW Park Lane for allowing me to have this car for a few days. I haven't been able to completely show all its full features. One, because there is so much in here that it would take a long time to do that, but two, in the sense of sort of engine wise and options and sort of revs and all that, running in service. So haven't been able to show the full range because there are strict limitations. It is an M car, regardless of it being massively high up. It is an M car, so I have had to be strict on usage with it. But if you've liked this video, drop us a like, share it around, send it to someone who's thinking of getting a performance SUV. Put them off getting a Lamborghini Urus. Put them off getting a Cayenne Coupe. Who needs that? Who needs them, really? And don't forget to subscribe to see more. And yes, that's a BMW using indicators. Thanks for watching.